Oh, yeah, okay, so now, let's see, we have one storyteller left, or was it 19, Ida? We have just one, I think. That's the end of the regular competition, all those storytellers. Now we move into the irregular competition. Martha Frankel, who Ida has already thanked, is going to take us out with one of her stories. Martha is the founder of all this, the creator. Everything here is her baby. And so she's the reason that we're here tonight on the 8th year. Thank you again, Martha. Here's what she says about herself. She says, in the face of fear and fascism, Martha Frankel is actually getting funnier. We'll be the judge of that.
Thank you. I just want to say, as soon as I'm done, the judges will get together for 5 minutes and we'll have a winner because we're quick like that. Okay. In 1987, I got sent to LA by Details magazine. I was there to interview the director, Nicholas Roeg, who was directing Elizabeth Taylor in a TV adaptation of Sweet Bird of Youth. The magazine put me up at the Chateau Marmont. My room was bigger than my whole house. It had a dining room with enough dishes for 24. I dreamt of throwing a big party and inviting all my friends. During the days, I went to the set of Sweet Bird, and although the publicist had warned me that my interview was with Nick Roeg, not to even look at Miss Taylor, Elizabeth was too curious not to find out who the new gal was. We spent hours sitting around talking, and nothing was off the record. Eddie Fisher, a simpleton. Debbie Reynolds, they became friends again after Eddie was long gone. Nick was a great raconteur too, so there was lots of laughter, lots of good-natured camaraderie. I was in LA for about 10 days, and many afternoons and evenings I just didn't know what to do with myself. I would open those cupboards and wistfully look at all those dishes, and it would strike me, I didn't have friends in LA. I was lonely and lost. Everyone at the Chateau was hip, too hip. Peter Gallagher and Julia Roberts would be holding court at the pool. The Coreys would be holding court at the bar. I had a crazy grin stapled to my face while I lurched from one place to the other. I took to walking on Sunset Boulevard. I'd throw on my studded leather jacket and head down to Sunset Tattoos. The first time I walked in that door, I knew I had found my people. That first night, a huge guy named Tiny was getting the outline of an enormous eagle sketched on his back. Over that week, I watched that eagle come to life. The tattoo artists took to showing me their books of their work. Get ink, they'd implore me. Al showed me sexy women and sailor girls. Vince showed me snakes and scorpions. Jed showed me dice and playing cards. But I was an ink virgin and a Jew. I couldn't imagine trying to explain it to my mother. On the last day of my stay, I went to a barbecue at Elizabeth's house. She showed me around, and I got to see the Monet water lilies and the pictures of Richard Burton and the Duke and Duchess of Windsor. I got to hold her Oscar and give my pretend Oscar speech. I did this without anyone. I got to meet Larry Fortensky, her husband at the time. Elizabeth showed me a funny tattoo of Tweety Bird on his arm, and we laughed and laughed. The next morning, I stopped on the way to the airport and showed Vince the tattoo I wanted. It was 1/4 of an inch tall, a heart, blue on the outside, red inside. He was disappointed. Sit down, he commanded. If you don't like it, I'll cut it off with a fucking X-Acto knife. He tattooed my heart on my upper arm in a place that could easily be covered by a t-shirt. But not a bathing suit, as I discovered a week later when I went to see my mother in Miami. Every day I sat at the pool with her and my Aunt Tilly and all the other yentas. My tattoo was as visible as a full moon on a cloudless night. No one said a word. My mother, who never missed anything, didn't mention it. Tilly, who lived to find out your secrets, barely glanced my way. The other ladies didn't either. On my last night, my oldest friend came to have dinner with us. He's known my mother and Tilly his whole life and was just shooting the shit with them and their mahjong ladies when he said, "Hey, what's everyone think about Martha's tattoo?" It was as if a gaggle of geese was scared out of their hiding spot. A cacophony of sound went up, everyone talking at once. Finally, my mother's voice rose above all the others. Wait, you said what? A tattoo? We thought it was a mole. We were going to talk to her about it on the way to the airport. I didn't know what to say, so I told my mother this. Elizabeth Taylor and I went and got the same tattoo. I didn't want you to be angry with me, but I knew she'd like it. And for once, my mother was speechless. Thank you.